Okay, it's been a long time, so Mika Power here. This is going to be the awesome video about Cherry Computer. Now, Cherry Computer plans on launching its computers soon. I already got the prototype at home. Later I'm going to make a video about the parts that I have. Yes, I know I'm walking through the neighborhood here in Tuckahoe, New York. So, I know this is not a house. But you know, last time I made a video that showed how F- design my MacBook Air is in 2018 to 2019, and it just broke out of nothing. Can't handle its Y chip, even though that's the lowest power. Can't handle the heat on even the Y chip can't handle it. It's so slow. Anyways, I just wanted to mention that Cherry Computer is going to be a big thing. It's going to change the industry, fix the problems that Apple Silicon left. Because Apple Silicon is just a lot of trouble. It's terrible. Doesn't involve expandability at all. That MacBook Air I have needs a larger hard drive, but I can't expand it because it predates and uses the Apple Silicon way of doing things, which is no expandability allowed. I need more storage. That's the problem with it, and that's why I'm starting my company, so you can actually get expandable storage, interchangeable processors and GPUs, expandable memory. And then, of course, one thing they didn't replace properly is optical drives. I mean, optical drives, replacing it with streaming, it's not a complete replacement. You don't get everything forever, unlike on a DVD or Blu-ray. I think that the optical drive should be replaced with something in the form factor of a 3.5-inch floppy disk, but uses solid-state storage instead, like flash storage. Sort of like a larger SD card, combining maybe like up to 16 SD cards in one disk. Maybe a 2.5-inch one would be better, though. But this problem needs to be addressed. How Apple Silicon is just bullcrap. Apple Silicon is just a terrible idea. It's the worst mistake Apple has ever made because of this desire to end computing in general. Now, I know this is an exaggeration, that we're not going to see a Micro Center build area in the future. That's not going to happen, but it's just an exaggeration that people make because of the Mac Studio. Like trying to unify things, use the ARM architecture. It's one thing I just fear a lot is this ARM architecture taking over, but it's just not efficient at all. It'll mean that my life will become a lot harder because I won't be able to use a computer. That's what it'll mean if we move towards the integrated architecture. The Cherry Computer would never do that. They're going to, after this $2,600 prototype is sold, I'm gonna get a supplier. One that will supply me the... Now, you're gonna find this shocking, because I made a video about how this was bad earlier, but it's good in this case. The enhanced Bulldozer and Jaguar processors. Basically using steamroller cards. Cards, that's what I meant to say, actually. It wasn't by accident. Cards that go on a slot instead of a socket. This way you can upgrade to any future generation in the future. So yeah, steamroller and Jaguar cards with the processor on it, except that it's gonna combine with 3D stacking 8 CPUs to make 32 cores, or 16 on the network side with the Jaguar Puma It'll use a much faster RAM. And I guess I'm not sure if it's going to be DDR3, DDR4/DDR5. So, but it'll still be fast. We'll use higher sizes. And one item, the Morello Studion, that one is going to be the same size as the Mac Studio, but pack expandability with 3 PCIe X16 slots, 3 2.5-inch bays, and an optical drive, along with 4 RAM slots and 4 cache slots. Yeah, I'm bringing that back from the 90s. Whatever happened to having a victim cache off die? Like it could be L4 these days. Back then it was L2. And it's going to be based off of the 90s era designs and design language of Macs. It's going to be except it's going to use modern technology like these and improved Bulldozer CPUs and solid state drives standard. And then of course GPUs. I mean the one's based off the R9 390. That's 512 bits. Then there will be additional RAM added to them, changing it, and then also changing it to GDDR7. It's going to be the best thing you ever had. Now, of course, the casings for the all-in-ones are not going to be CRTs. They're going to be like stretched to make a widescreen display. And they're going to be flattened to make it basically as thick as a DVD drive or hard drive on the long end. So you can fit the board in, you can fit everything in, and an LCD, so it's not as thick as a CRT. Probably only like a third as thick. And even mobile devices are designed to be expandable. I'm not doing Pi phones. At least I hope. Probably not. I'm going to aim to not do Pi phones in the at least the way future. This is just a way to solve Apple Silicon before it goes viral and destroys the computer industry. I'll have another video about how Apple Silicon is destroying the computer industry. Anyway, I'm also going back to like having wired options, and also 2 USB 2.0 or 3.0 or 3.2 ports on the keyboard, along with a power button on the keyboard. All that good stuff. And of course, being available in multiple colors. It's going to be an awesome computer experience. We go back to having all the good stuff. I mean, did anybody complain about having removable components? Did anybody complain about that? No, so why get rid of them? Okay, Mika Power here. This is my awesome tech video on Cherry Computer.